Aloha friends, how you doing? Rainbow here with yet another NERF mod video, and this time I have something that I found really special. I really love how this mod turned out, and without any further ado, I'm going to show it to you. It's Kylar LS-38. Bam! This is a rampage mod and looks about like that. As always, going to give you a brief overview, starting from the front, going to focus, come on, there we go. So over here, up to there, and around the other side, here we go. It's weird showing this off, gotta do it this way. And back to the front. Yeah, I really love how this blaster came out. So what have we got here? It is internally, it is a stock rampage, which is not entirely true. I've found a different spring in my box of random springs, and I don't know, might be from a Cyclone shock coil, might be from something else, but it was just slightly bigger, so it had 2 coils more than the original spring, so I upgraded that. On top of the spring upgrade, I've gotten rid of all the locks, the halfway prime lock and all the standard rampage mods that you do. Eventually maybe there might be a tuning kit coming into this one, but this is a gift and the person who's going to get it has to decide whether or not she wants a tuning kit in there or not. So what have we got? Let's start with the modifications that I did to the blaster. Most and foremost, sanded down everything, yes, alright. This barrel piece that I made is from a stockade, and it is glued directly onto the original piece here, and yeah, then reinforced with some PVC pipe on the inside, and that's just a little addition to that. We have taken off the pump grip and the normal one and replaced it with an AK Blaster Mods pump grip, which I get to in a second, but that is awesome. I love this. We have then attached a sight scope thingy, as well as a stock, a collapsible stock. Also, I think that's a F10555 tube or a rip-off of it, and yeah, it's also from AK Blaster Mods. Really nice, solid, and actually adds some weight. And then on the other side we just have a 15 round worker mag because it looks a lot cooler. And yes, that is the big things that we've done to the blaster. Why do I say we? It is me. I'm not drag. I don't need. Alright, go back. That's what I have done to the blaster. So now talking about after just briefly talking about this kit, that was the first time I've actually used this kit. It is interesting because it doesn't come with any manual of how to assemble it, and you just got to look at pictures on their websites to figure out how this is done. But you know, it's rather straightforward. So this bit here is screwed into the blaster, and this bit here is also screwed into the blaster. That holds that pipe, and this is where the 3D printed grip sort of slides around. So it's worth noting that if you wanted to paint the blaster, you have to either like tape this off or attach it like I did, attach it afterwards. I wanted it to remain black so it fits with this piece and this piece. But yeah, now if you need to take the blaster apart, you have to completely disassemble that as well, otherwise you can't get the shells apart. But I still love the look of this kit. It has a really nice feel to it, and just makes it look really cool in my opinion. Alright, continuing onwards to the other end of the blaster. That stock, as I said, really solid weight, comes with its own attachment point. There we go. So we're having this on here, removed the old stock, and then we've got this here, which is a collapsible stock, but that's about the size that I want to have it. And up the top here is a cheap sight. I think it's from AK Blaster Mod as well. But the fun thing about this is it actually has lenses that you can adjust. So if you look through there, it actually magnifies a little bit, which is fun because you can, like, it's just a tiny little gimmick, but yeah, for the price that this thing was, really cool. It also comes with a laser pointer that is detachable, because where we are here in Germany, you're not allowed to have it or use it. So I can just take it off and just sort of pull it that way, and then it slides out. And other than that, also the laser pointer can be adjusted. So looking through the scope, you can adjust the laser pointer, which is fun. A gimmick you don't need for NERF, but given that this only cost like what, $5 or $6 or $7, I'm like, sweet. I was well surprised with how awesome that was. Yeah, and then we've got the worker mag, which is not painted because it's just a space holder for whatever mag she wants to put in there. And then, yeah, the other thing is the paint job. The paint job is done similar to everything else, as in like a primer, and then automotive silver, and then color. I've taped off all the bits that are the graphite mechanical looking bits, and then painted the top beforehand. So I went, this is black underneath here, and then it goes into the red. And after that had dried, I applied some Montana crackle effect, which is responsible for all this cracking. And then I reapplied some black in the front to make it look really, really solid black. It kind of has the texture effect of leather. I don't know if you can really see, but it looks quite interesting and also feels quite interesting, which gave me the idea to make like a leather looking blaster. And yeah, but that is the paint job in itself. And then the way this crackle lack thing works is you let the base coat sit for at least 45 minutes to an hour, but then before it is cured out, so within the next 10 hours, you should apply the crackle. The more you apply of the crackle, like the bigger the chunks are gonna get, just about here. And if you apply only really little, they're gonna get really small. And yeah, so this sort of washed out, however you want to call it, maybe even flame looking like thing was achieved with masking off the area with liquid latex that will then, was then peeled off after it was dry. And yeah, that is it. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. I know this is really like dark and realistic looking, but then it's a blaster for, it's not meant to take that and run around in everyday life. It's meant for private battles and private events indoors or on private property. And yeah, I do like it how it turned out. It is dark, I know that. It is realistic looking, I know that too. I'm not saying you should do it like that, but it might also be a good option for someone cosplaying something like this. Is really, really nice. Internally it's a stock, as I said, and it's going to be a gift, and we'll see if we're going to change it or not. As I said, the name, can we focus? No, we can't. The name is Kylar LS-38, and I don't know if some of you know, but Kylar is a character from a fantasy novel series of books called The Way of Shadows, and this idea actually was given to me by the girl who's going to get the blaster, and she didn't know at the time what she was naming, so let's see how she feels about it. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and a sub, all the standard specs. We all live for numbers, we need numbers. That was creepy. Just a Nerf blaster. We need numbers. Leave a like and a sub. Make sure to check out the links in the description. My social media, my Instagram, my Facebook, my website, and my Patreon. And there's lots and lots of tutorials and little things about builds on Patreon. And if you choose to become a patron, that would mean the world to me. Like seriously guys, shout out to my patrons so far. You guys are amazing and you help me a lot, to keep doing what I love doing, and that's great. So if you want some extra content and want to look at that, make sure to check it out. And other than that, I'll see you on the Nerf battlefield. Love and sunshine, my friends.